Hey ho ho, it's your host Goji Glorblin back with another video, and today we're taking a look at something that I haven't taken a look at in a long time, and that's a G.I. Joe. Yep, I actually found two of these at Walmart earlier today, like probably not even an hour ago, and I picked up two of them, one for my dad, one for me. My dad decided to keep his in packaging, which I'm not surprised. He's also got the Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. And I got myself one loose, but we're not going to look at that right now. We're going to start off with the card back, which I say is very nice. Like, the artwork-wise, and from what I understand for vintage G.I. Joe, this looks like a vintage G.I. Joe card back. And it is very pretty, but I will say the bubble is very tall and the card back is pretty much the same kind of card back, same shape and everything aside from the bubble as a vintage collection, which actually I'll grab one of my vintage collection cards as an example. And here I've got my Moff Gideon. I'm not opening him until I get a second one, but yeah, pretty much aside from the placement of this and the bubble, it's the exact same cardboard. They've got the exact same warnings on them, just looking a little different. This one's got a retro Kenner logo, this one's got a retro Hasbro logo. Anyway, I'll take this out for a second so we can continue looking at this guy. Okay, so here is just the packaging again, and we'll continue with it. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't think you saw it in that shot. But yeah, this does have a retro Hasbro logo, like all of Hasbro's stuff in retro packaging, like their Transformers and stuff. You got plenty of the front. Now, let's get the back, which pretty much from here up is all the important stuff. Is everything here is kind of just legal mumbo jumbo. Yeah, it's got his bio in like multiple different languages. I'll go ahead and read him out. His real name is McCulkin James, or James McCulkin. I'm not even going to try attempting which Roman numerals those are. But it says, his role as an enemy weapons supplier, primary specialty weapons manufacturer, secondary specialty sabotage, birthplace unknown. Probably not America because of that accent. And then his regular bio reads, Destro is the faceless power behind Mars, the largest manufacturer of state-of-the-art weaponry. Then it just says that again in other languages. Then it shows you all the other figures that have been released so far. The first wave was these three, second wave is these three. Only one I really cared about was Destro. So yeah, I'm going to take this out of the way and grab mine. Okay, so here's the figure out of the packaging with everything that he comes with. Kind of. Because inside this suitcase comes a multi-piece sniper rifle, which is falling out. Yeah, it comes with a sniper rifle in multiple parts, but not everything in here is used because this is ammunition and this is, I believe, extra, whatever these things are. I can't remember off the top of my head. They do come out, but they have nothing to do with the actual gun. And then there's this part that also comes out. It is textured, I want to say the protective foamy stuff. I can't remember off the top of my head, but anyway, we're going to set that off to the side for now. We'll take a look at that later. Next up, we've got his base, which just says Destro, not codename Destro. But I do have a Destro that does say that. But we'll look at him in a comparison later. And now back to this guy. We'll be taking a look at his articulation from the head down. His head really only gets a partial swivel. I'm certain it's a ball because I can feel it wiggle, but it is so minute with how much range it gets. It's pretty much just a swivel, even if there is a ball joint in there, which I'm fairly certain there is. His arms can go this far up, which is pretty good. They do get 360, and even though he does have different forearms, they both get the same 90 degrees. This wrist can go 360 and moves up and down more than up because he's a little limited by his thumb, and this one can go 360 and in and out. And then at the waist, he's got 360. He can move forward very far and back not as far, but still noticeable. But I probably won't be moving mine very far forward because I got a little bit of gunk in there. Anyway, at his legs, he moves out about that far. Not very much, but that's not going to be a problem for me. I'm not going to get him in wacky poses. He's got double jointed legs, nothing at the thigh. That's all. So then again, not a big deal. Not many of Hasbro's 3.75 inch scale figures have thigh swivels. Then he's got a hinge and rocker at the foot. So overall, yeah, he's got good articulation. Now I'm going to set him back there and try to assemble his sniper rifle for all of you now, which shouldn't be hard. You got the scope, which I assume goes this way. Gun enthusiasts can tell me if I'm wrong or not. The stock in the back goes there, and then the stand there, and I'm assuming that the gun will go in this hand because it's got a much more prominent trigger finger than this one, and because it's got the up and down, which is the right way to hold, better way for action figures to hold their guns, and the stock just popped off. Yeah, you can hold the gun. I probably won't have him because he's got the suitcase. It's a nice multi-part gun. I'd say not a lot of the 3.75 inch scale action figures have multi-part guns. Anyway, I'm going to get this back in the suitcase and I'm going to compare him with a couple other figures and give my final thoughts. Okay, so starting off the comparisons, we've got the chrome gold-headed Destro from, if I'm correct, the 25th anniversary. These two are very different, but they are the same character. It's neat to see how Hasbro has changed how they do things over the years with Destro. Starting off with chrome heads like the original vintage or retro toys to, I'd say, some kind of cartoon accurate somewhere, because I'm pretty sure his head was a little rounder in the cartoon, if I'm correct. But yeah, they share a very similar articulation scheme. I think he's more articulated than other very early 25th anniversary figures, but still limited in other ways compared to him, because he's only got swivel wrists and he's got the hinged wrists, and he doesn't have the oh crap, what's it called, pivot at the foot. But yeah, next up, since I don't have an Ultimate Cobra Commander, I'll just go with my personal favorite, the Resolute one that I did customize a chrome faceplate for. Which actually, Resolute Cobra Commander and gold-headed Destro, very similar in a certain way. Because they both got swords and small guns. And they both look very regal. But anyway, this is a comparison between these two. And yeah, I say this Destro would fit with pretty much any Cobra Commander if you get them in the right pose. Now on to final thoughts. Overall, I've got to say, I love this Destro. I mean, he, in my personal opinion, is the perfect silver-headed Destro for any collection of modern figures in the 3 3/4 scale G.I. Joe line. And the best part is that he's showing up in stores now, because like I said at the beginning of this video, I got him like not even an hour ago at Walmart. Which I'm surprised he even showed up at Walmart, because retro carded stuff like G.I. Joe's and Star Wars Vintage Collection rarely show up at any of my Walmarts. But anyway, if you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. And if you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. And that is that.